78 Sports TV here with a special guest. This man had a stellar amateur career, and he's taken the pros by storm. Mr. Jesse Hart, how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing good, man. It's good to be on the interview circuit, man. I'm glad and appreciate this.
Oh, no problem, man. No problem. I appreciate it also. I'm going to admit, I recently got put on to you by a friend of mine, Tito Garcia. We were talking about prospects, and he said, man, Jesse Hart. And I said, man, I know that name, but I went and I spent about 3 hours watching nothing but Jesse Hart footage, man, and this is no exaggeration. You are a beast, okay? Now, why don't you give the fight fans who may not be familiar with you some background on yourself, sir?
Well, in amateurs, I won an Olympic trials. I won a national golden glove. I won the U.S. championship. I was ranked #1 in the country at 2 weight classes at one point in time in the amateurs. What else can in the pros, I'm signed with Top Rank, Bob Arrow, which is the best promotion to take, in my opinion, in boxing right now. And I'm 11-0 with 10 knockouts. Mm-hmm. 11-0 with 10 knockouts.
Yes, sir.
And I'll fight January 25th on an HBO card, which is the undercard of Mikey Garcia. I'm just pushing to be champion of the world. I don't think these guys in my weight class is durable enough to stand up to what I have.
Okay.
I think I'm the, I will be the best middleweight, which in a short period of time. So I think I'm proving it, through my dominance inside the ring.
Right. So you had, you'll be in the ring with Derek Finley, who's a veteran. He gives a lot of people problems. A fight like that is always dangerous for a fighter in your situation where you're coming up and trying to establish yourself, because he's like that old dog whose teeth have worn down, but he still knows a lot of tricks. So how do you see? Are you familiar with Derek Finley? I know you're a student of the game. I'm going to get to that a little later too.
Yes, I'm familiar with Derek Finley. I was at I think it was his last fight where he fought Curtis Stevenson. And right. I think he could have a good fight. And I thought, in my opinion, my promoters, I think, we can get this guy. We can get this guy in there. I think, it'll be good for boxing. I chose him because I want to test my own self.
Right.
I didn't choose nobody else. It was a list of points that they gave me, but I said I want to test this guy that was on that list, which is Derek Finley. I want to go check him out when he fought Curtis Stevenson in New York.
Okay.
We ain't trying to pick. We don't try to fight guys that need, or we know we can get over. No, I want hard fights, man. Because in the old days, I was doing at a game, which you just said, you couldn't choose and pick fighters. You had to go to the toughest guy, whoever they gave you had to go to.
That's right.
Everybody is so caught up in the business part of boxing, it makes it sad for the sport. And myself, I want to fight the best. I'm from the old school era. My dad was legendary. He was from the old school era, so I was raised up under them old school rules.
Right.
You fight the best. To be the best, you have to fight the best. To get ahead, you have to fight the best type of guy and don't duck him. But I believe Derek Finley won't make it past the third round with me, January 25th, because of my preparation for this fight.
Right. And you are, from what I've seen, you are a firm believer in hard work. A lot of young fighters, they get caught up into the life outside of the ring, and they like to play around and brag about, I don't watch tape on fighters, but not you. You watch tape on fighters because you understand the importance of respecting this craft and this thing we call boxing. So why don't you tell us how instrumental your father was, who also was an old school fighter, how instrumental he was in guiding your career, and is.
Oh man, like I say, man, but my dad wasn't my dad, and I was with somebody else, I wouldn't be, even talk to you, because at the end of the day, my dad stayed on my back. I was a kid that was raised up under boxing so much. My dad didn't let me study school fighters when I first got interested in studying fighters. He made me study fighters from the 1960s, the 1950s, Willie Pett, Stanley Sandler.
Right.
I need Archie Bunker. I mean,
I know you're talking about Archie Moore.
Yeah, it was a guy named Archie Bunker, but he's a lightweight. The Henry Armstrong of the game. You know what I mean?
Right.
The Bob Farley. He made me study the old type of guys, man, because that's what fighting was fighting. Then I learned about the fighters in the 1960s. I mean, the 1970s and the 1980s. I learned about them guys after. I learned about, you know what I mean, guys that were special, that were before them. You know what I'm saying? I think, in my opinion, Henry Armstrong was the best fighter of the era. And people may say, Wade Robinson was. You can't know. Henry Armstrong moved up from 120-something pounds all the way up to middleweight.
Yeah, and should have won it. He should have won that fight, too.
I don't think, Henry Armstrong gets the credit that he deserves, man. You know what I mean? Henry Armstrong is the best fighter, you know what I mean, in my opinion. People may say Ray Robinson because he's scale and slickness, but Henry Armstrong will get the credit that he deserves.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I said, man, I study all these guys, man, you know what I mean? My dad made me a student of the game. I'm a student of the game, and I hone my craft. I'm not a guy who gets presented just to say I box. I wanted it. You know what I mean? It's something I wanted. When my dad, decided to put the gloves in the crib, I think that's why I wanted it, because it's in me already. Through the bloodline, my dad was ready first.
Right.
So I think it's very important to study the old fighters and learn about boxing, learn about what he's getting into, learn about the old fighters that paved the way for us, learn about all these great champions, tremendous fighters that was here on that pedestal before us.
Right, absolutely, and I'm glad that you respect the sport, man, and respect your opponents enough to watch film, because so many, like I said, so many young fighters are following. They think that they're Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather says he doesn't watch film, and if that's true, he's a great fighter. He's in the league by himself right now, and I don't think that young fighters should be imitating that, because it all starts from preparation and hard work, dedication. You can't just jump from A to Z. You got to start somewhere.
Not to cut you, I don't believe that's true. I believe Floyd Mayweather does watch tape.
I do too. Yeah, I do too.
Because he's at that point in his arrogance, and he want to make it seem like he's so special. But at the end of the day, the guy corrected. The guy will say something every now and then that makes you know that he watched tapes. Cotto, before he fought Cotto, I think Cotto last fight, he proved that he deserved a shot. If you don't watch tapes on a guy, why you gonna take your chance? Right. You understand what I'm saying? Like you watch tape, so I know every now and then he'll make himself an oxymoron, because he'll say something every now and then that makes people know that he watch tape, and then when he gets in front of the cameras and the light, he say he don't watch tape. Right. So you're gonna get a little give and take in this game with guys.
Yeah, absolutely. So you got, there's a lot of killers out there. Now you're a big guy. You're tall, lanky. You have a lot of reach, a lot of long reach advantage. Right now, I know it's still too early, but I don't know if Andre Ward will be there by the time you start knocking these guys off. I don't know if Ward will still be there. What do you think of the skill set of Andre S.O.G. Ward?
Oh my God, I think he's tremendous. I think he's a tremendous fighter. I don't take nothing away from a guy that's skilled. And, I respect him because, when everybody was dropping out of the Super 6, Ward was the only man that was seemed like he was left and was putting it all on the line. I mean, I respect him. I give him tremendous credit, because at the end of the day, man, a guy who went in with the bet, and then he kept pulling guys out and switching guys, and everybody dropping out because they don't want to lose the O's or something happened to him. Ward stuck in it. Ward stuck in them tough times. And I believe that at the end of the day, I mean, right now they say he's number 2 pound for pound. I think he's the best fighter pound for pound right now in the game because of that. Okay. Just because of that alone, where you had the Frotches, the Durrells, you had the best super middleweight in the Super 6 tournament, and the only one, and he won it, and he didn't drop out of it, was Andre Ward. I mean, I give him a lot of respect for that. I mean, Philadelphia, period, respects Andre Ward fight game.
Right.
I mean, we respect so few little guys right now because the game is so fabricated to us. I mean, Philadelphia fighters. But Andre Ward, he have our respect, man. I mean, Andre Ward have all Philadelphia fighters respect. And, you know what I mean, my dad always said he's a good fighter. And I think, you know what I mean?
Right.
Within due time, that people will understand him. Because they just looking at the brash, and because he don't talk, he's not as big as he is. But at the end of the day, when you narrow it down and you watch that man dominate, he's a champion that dominates every time he goes out. It's never close. It's never close to me.
Right.
I've never seen him get a split decision. That's what a champion is all about. If you're a champion, when you get the win, you're supposed to dominate. And that's what he goes out and do every time.
Right. So, you have, you're from Philadelphia. You brought that up, and I want to ask you that. What is your advice to young guys who may be talented, okay, but they are struggling between the gym and the streets? What's the advice that you would give them from a guy who's been through it?
Talent beat hard. Hard work beat talent when talent don't work hard. That's the advice I would give them. Hard work beat talent when talent don't work hard. A guy may not be as skilled as you. A guy may be not as strong, but you got to be strong-minded to stay in the gym. Don't get caught up in the street and, you know what I mean, don't hone your craft. Because if you're in between it, I've seen guys go like that. There's so many guys in the city that took that route, and I've seen it happen before. Because, they were talented, but they wanted to be in the streets also. They only get one shot at life, period. You only get one shot at life, man. And don't be a one shot, shoulda, coulda. Don't be one of them guys, man. Don't be a guy that says, man, I took everything for granted at that time because I wanted to be there. No, if you got a chance to make a better life for yourself to get out of that, because the goal is to get out of the hood. I mean, don't talk about, you was in a project, how you in a project hallway, talking about how you in a project all day. That sounds stupid to me.
That's right.
You know what I mean? That sounds like a total moron to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear that. Let me know how you worked hard and put your family and yourself in a better position to get out that fight.
Indeed.
Because at the end of the day, man, you know what I mean? If you got a gift, it's God given, and you don't put the hard work in and you want to be in the street, I've seen so many fighters in the city, man, that destroy themselves. And it's a sad case, and these guys are good. I've seen that. So my advice would be to them, don't take life. Not just don't take life for granted, because there's only 2 ways you're going to end up out there in the street. Dead on jail. And your family's going to still be in the hood. The cycle going to keep repeating itself.
Right.
Be the one that take your family out of that and show them something different, and take yourself out of that environment so you can see things differently. You know what I mean? Don't get caught up. I mean, guys, man, it really hurts me to my heart, because I don't want to see guys get caught up in the street. I don't. I mean, I lost several friends. I mean, my best friend just got killed.
Right.
Not too long ago. Lonnie McNally, that's my best friend.
Right. He
was still in the street, and I was in the gym. And I tried to pull him when I turned pro. Look, man, you should come to the gym with me. Because, I ain't never really been into that, baby. And, you know what I mean? He gave me the look, man, I don't want to lose you. I love you. Like a brother.
Right.
Then, last summer, man, he ended up dead. So I just think, you know what I mean? It hurted me to my heart. It hurted me real bad. Like I lost my own brother to the street.
Right.
My real brother, my oldest brother. So when you look at losses like that, you got to tell these kids, man, don't take life. If you got something, a gift, get that jump and hone your craft, man.
No doubt.
Don't get caught up out here in this negative stuff, because it ain't nothing. At the end of the day, what is going for? To end up in jail or end up in a grave? To win.
No doubt, brother. I'm glad you spoke on that. Those words of wisdom right there. And I want to also ask you. I know you're a student of the game. Who are some of your the fighters that you look to when developing your style? Because I know all like Ali looked at Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard looked at Ali, so on and so forth. Who did you look at to in developing the style and what you're still developing right now?
Oh man, I looked at a lot of them, but the one I watch always and the one who I love so much, Floyd Jones Jr.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, that guy was amazing. When I first watched him fight, I was like, "Dad, I want to be that. I want to be like that." He fought a guy by the name of Reggie Johnson, who was a southpaw.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he was so fast. The guy threw a jab. Roy flipped it in with a 1-2 straight down the pipe. Straight, and it was so fast. I was like, yo, I want to be able to do stuff like that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I want to be that fast. You know what I mean? And when he got in there, he barely get touched. He didn't get touched. He didn't even hit, man. That guy was amazing, like to say. I'm a big fan of and Tony my skills. That's my favorite fighter. But another fighter I looked at, because I'm tall, Bob Foster.
Oh yeah.
He didn't get the credit he deserved.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I don't think he got the credit he deserved. Another fighter I looked at was Georgie Benton.
Uh-huh.
The uncrowned champion.
Right.
You might not have ever heard of him, but he was the uncrowned champion. That people always call him the uncrowned champion. Around the world, Georgie Benton was bad, and he was mean.
Okay.
I mean, another fighter, I stole his hard work ethic. Joe Frazier.
No doubt.
To be that small, 5'11", and the fight guys that were 6'3" and 6'6", and you chopping them down and making them. I mean, that I admire him. I mean, he was a friend of my family. Very huge. He took me to school one morning.
Right.
In his car here. But at the end of the day, man, like I said, man, he's another great legend that I looked up to and I liked and so I admired. You know what I mean? Of course, Ali is kept, but I admired him not because his boxing ability, just only, but his character and charisma.
Right.
You gotta look at it. He stood up for what a lot of fighters back then didn't stand up for. He stood up for what he believed in and a lot of things. And I mean, that's character. And I think that's why he fought the way he did. Because he believed in himself. No matter what happened, I'm going to believe in what I believe in. He believed the man couldn't beat him. Every time he stepped in there, he'd make it known. I don't believe he can beat me, so I'm going to stop him this round. That's character.
Right.
That's charisma. That's the will.
No doubt.
I mean, I look up to him for that. I admire that man. But yeah, he'll always be a legend. Of course, another one, Ray Robinson, Henry Armstrong, Hearns. You got Tommy Hearns, who's a tremendous fighter.
Yeah. A lot of people say that you remind them of Thomas Hearns. A faster Thomas Hearns, because of course, Thomas Hearns knew how to use his height, his length, and you do too, especially at an early age, like at such a young stage of your career. I was so impressed watching you, because you can, of course you can punch, but it's more than that. It's the you seem to be more advanced than your resume would suggest. You have a very good jab, you have a very good right hand. I'm looking for everything. I'm looking at your left hook. I'm looking at your footwork, your movement, and your confidence in the ring. You're very comfortable, okay? And in 10 years, brother, 10 years from now, I believe in setting long and short-term goals. In 10 years from now, what is the boxing world saying about Jesse Hart?
Jesse Hart will be the next big superstar in the sport. I will be carrying boxing on my back. Not just the weight classes. I'm not talking about. I will be a superstar. I mean, the boxing. You're not going to be able to say boxing without saying Jesse Hart name in the next 10 years. mean, the next 10 years, I see myself as heavyweight champion of the world. After dominating multiple weight classes, after dominating the super middleweight division, after dominating the light heavyweight division, after taking a cruiserweight division by storm, then I'll be the heavyweight champion of the world.
Wow.
I believe defending. I believe I got the ability to be that. Even after that, I think in the next 10 years, because I have a daughter, I think I want to retire after I become heavyweight champion of the world.
Right.
But I love the game so much, I don't think I will be able to. I love the game. I think it's going to really take a detrimental person if they just look it over. That's it. I mean, because I love the game so much. I don't understand. I got love for the game. I'm not just in it for the money, and I'm not just in it for the fame or the thrills.
Right.
I love the game. I love preparing for the fight. I love fighting. You know what I mean? It's like like I said, man, if I need money, I get a job or something.
Right.
If I really need that bad. But I love boxing so much, man. It's unbelievable. I love the sport. I love it. When I'm in that gym, when I'm training for a fight, or I'm doing anything I'm doing, I go so hard because I love it. I love the grind. I love being in it. I love the smell of a gym. I love the smell of a pair of gloves. I love to lace up my boots and go out there and hone my craft every single time I do it.
No doubt.
I love it.
Yeah,
I think that in 10 years, I think Jesse Hart, that's all you're going to hear in the sport of boxing is Jesse Hart. He did this. He's tremendous. The kid is owning the heavyweight championship of the world. He's owning the sport of boxing.
Okay, brother.
When will this kid retire? You're gonna hear all these. When will this kid retire? When will this kid stop?
No doubt.
I'm gonna continue to go out there to dominate, put on a dominating performance each and every time. Derek Finley will not go past the third round because I'm determined to make. I mean, if you look at the kid, Derek Finley, he's only 5'6", short arms, but he's strong, and he fought the likes of Ward, Darrell, Curtis Steve. None of them guys got him out of there, but these the so-called Greek guys that's in the sport.
Right.
But me, I want to get him out, or I want to make him quit himself.
Right.
That's the type of determination I am, because that's going to separate. I feel like if I stop him, that's going to separate me from these guys.
Okay, no doubt.
Stop in his whole career.
Well, I'm gonna look forward to watching your career progress, and especially your next fight against Derek Finley on this month on the 25th. So, with that said, we have any last words to your fans out there?
Keep watching. As my pro career progress. You know what I mean? We're definitely going to be on the top. And to me, you guys are not fans. You guys are family. You know what I mean? I always say that to the boxing world, because at the end of the day, they the ones who pay to see good boxing. I mean, they the ones who put the food on the table. And like I said, keep watching Jesse Hart. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, after the Floyd Mayweathers are gone and the Pacquiao are no longer here, I'm going to be the next big superstar in the sport. And I just want to say, you know what I mean? Follow me on Twitter at Hart2Y. Follow me on Instagram at One Hard Work Hart. Facebook at Jesse Hard Work Hart. We're going to have an astounding time taking the boxing world by storm. Keep watching, like I said. Keep God first, and you know what I mean, work hard.
No doubt.
Have a good one.
And I appreciate this time. This is 78 Sports TV with the brother Jesse Hart. We will be following his career and keeping up to date. And I would love to give you a call back as your career progresses. And the boxing fans are in your corner. Thank you for explaining who you are, letting us know, introducing yourself. And much love, brother, and good luck versus Derek Finley.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you for taking the time to interview me. And I hope all is well, and I look forward to doing it again, champ.
No doubt. Thank you, sir.
All right.